It's Halloween in the heartland of America, and dare we say costume design comes into play, or maybe even a makeover. Well, that is what's going on with both of these teams that you'll see tonight here in the Big 12 as the Texas Longhorns come in riding high against the Iowa State Cyclones live in Jack Trice Stadium in Ames, Iowa. The Texas makeover began a few weeks ago when freshman sensation Gerard Hurd took over and the veteran quarterback became an 18-wheeler. And for Iowa State, their makeover began back on Wednesday when super sophomore Joel Lanning became the new starting quarterback. And as you look at the standings in the Big 12, both of these teams are trending towards a possible bowl bid at season's end. Here come the Cyclones of Iowa State, looking forward to a huge victory, one that they desperately need at home to get themselves on track for what could be an outstanding second half of the season. Smoke on the water, you gotta love that. Deep purple and fog for the Cyclones as they make their way out. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to our coverage here on FS1 and for the moment FS2. Tim Brando, and boy, we really look forward to tonight's game. And when we say when these two teams get together, it's generally close. It certainly was in this building 2 years ago. The opening kick when we return on a coolish evening in the Big 12. Now in his 7th season, Paul Rhodes, who grew up in nearby Nevada, Iowa, only 10 miles away. He was actually born there, grew up in Ankeny, both towns so very close. This means so much to him, truly a dream job, and he's hoping that his team can deliver some much-needed W's to this very gracious fan base that they have, and patient one as well. And the opening kick to Wiltz will go through the end zone, and Iowa State, who did get the ball by virtue of Texas deferring, will take over at the 25. And let's get the 3 things we need to know, Spencer, when they have the football.
Well, first of all, you got to force Texas to defend 4 options of 1 formation, and you do that by establishing the run. And you also have to have a high completion percentage. Anything less than 60%, Timmy, you're not really selling yourself like you're committed to passing the ball. You've got to make it count when you do throw it. And then that leads to the 3rd and short scenarios. If they can do the 2 aforementioned, Iowa State, they can put themselves in a good position.
Mike Warren, the freshman sensation, is in the backfield. He's rushed for just under 800 yards on the year. He gets the first carry, and that's going to be a real key against this stout Texas front. He gets 6 yards on the opening play as Joel Lanning, 3 touchdowns last week, a beautiful second half in the rain in Waco, Texas, but this is his first start.
Well, he is starting for the first time, but the thing I like about him, he has all the temperament that they need, that Paul Rhodes is looking for to make this team go to the next level. He simplified some things offensively. Mark Mangino's no longer here right now, so we'll unpack the implications of that as the evening progresses.
Trips formation to the top of the screen. Dangerous pass as the route was being jumped. Pass intended for DeVario Montgomery due to the gun. Little swing pass. Look at that closing speed on Warren, coming from Peter Jenkins, 19, the senior linebacker, who had 16 yards per return. This one's low with its trajectory. Does get an Iowa State bounce inside the 32-yard line. Jonathan Gray is the setback. Johnson goes in motion. Here goes Gray ahead to the 37-yard line. Ames, Iowa. The Iowa State Cyclones and the Texas Longhorns get together. Dajae Johnson is knocked down quickly by Jordan Harris as Hurd, trying to swing it out there, looks at a loss of 3.
Jordan did a
Hurd lost his footing for a moment. They did a nice job of bracketing him there with that pressure. Levi Peters, 35, the junior from Gilmore City, Iowa, making the tackle on the elusive Hurd. Well, Trevor Ryan is one of their version of Dexter McCluster that they have here for Iowa State. They'll use him all over the field today, including here on special teams. Lightning quick. Gets it up to the 30-yard line where he is. Magnificent setting. There you see the hill just to our left and behind the stadium. Beautiful location and magnificent town for college football. 51 degrees, very crisp evening. Wind should not be a factor. Had some rain earlier in the week. Mike Wall
does play that.
2nd and 11. Joshua Thomas in the backfield. They swing it out to Trevor Ryan, who's tripped up just past. Better pass blockers now. Lanning, his first start ever at Iowa State, decides to tuck it. This is the element he brings, and he should have a first down.
That was a tremendous job of pulling the ball down. They bailed out, did the Texas Longhorns in an effort to kind of confuse him. Lanning just came down, and it was scary, but he worked his way out. Devontae Davis missed on an open field opportunity there, and he works to Lanning upfield to get extra yards. That's a nice job by this record-setting quarterback for the Iowa State.
Enough. This was not a shock that he took over. The fact that Mangino philosophically had some difference of opinion and vacated his position at offensive coordinator was the story of the week here. Not so much that Lanning is starting. We've been getting plenty of playing time. Pocket beginning to break down. And again, he keeps the play alive, and that's the difference that he brings. Davario Montgomery makes the reception. Sam Richardson, the 5th-year senior starter, will go down historically as one of the top quarterbacks in Iowa State history. But Lanning gives them just that.
Statistically, he is one of the best. He will go down as statistically in the top 3 of quarterbacks that have played in the history of the program. Jake Campos, the left tackle, did a great job of helping to extend that play.
On 2nd and 1, a little mix-up that time on the pass to Mondown and a yard to go. Warren negotiating those short, choppy steps just enough as he burrows inside the 45-yard line for the first down.
Mike Warren, one of the great stories here again.
I thought he was as excited about his opportunity to call plays for the first time as maybe his quarterback was to start, as Alan Lazard, a big, tall, rangy receiver at 6'6". We've got a marker down, a very late flag thrown in an area where you'd suspect holding. It's first down and 20. Trips formation to the top of your screen.
Texas playing a conservative look here, playing zone behind it.
Warren finds an opening. Past the original line of scrimmage and then some to the 40-yard line of Texas. Peter Jenkins, number 19, the senior from Dallas Skyline High, with a stop.
Dylan Haynes in there as well, working to the backside, but it wasn't until a significant game right there for Iowa State.
Well, you see they're going tempo. This is what Sturdy wanted. Quickness. That ball is dislodged on a super hit by Devontae Davis against Alan Lazard. That was a laser thrown to Lazard, but after he got popped in the chest, the ball went out.
Well, Davis missed twice, but he didn't miss on that one. I mean, that was just a strike right there.
Andre Daly, 13, is checked into the game.
Little games and deals up front.
Nice. Beautiful shallow cross. That's Quentin Bundridge inside the 25. A first down. Jason Hall, number 31, with a tackle.
Joe Lanning with tremendous poise on that play. A game.
1st and 10. Iowa State on the move, and now you can see so much of why Sturdy was so excited as they go tempo and try to get this big, brawny Texas defense tired. Little curl punt into Daly. Andre Daly inside the 5.
Davis slipped on that particular play. It's been a mixed bag for Devontae Davis playing that left field corner position. He didn't have an opportunity to recover in time enough, and Daly made him pay for it, Timmy, with great.
We're going a power look. Warren's got it into the end zone. No signal yet. Touchdown. He got it.
Freshman's 3rd touchdown of the season, and again you can see he's not afraid to stick his nose in there and go and get it, even on an inside zone play against this vaunted front of Texas. Historically, Texas is going to really always field a significant front. This year the group is pretty talented, but he just ran through it.
Cole Netton will try for the extra point. Austin Fisher will hold. Very effective drive culminating here. It took a while for them to signal touchdown. And I don't see anything there that should change things. It's where the ball. Netton's extra point is good. Joel Lanning, sophomore from Ankeny, where his head coach grew up. Handed off to Mike Warren. Over 800 yards on this season for the frenetic freshman. And the Cyclones are pumped and have the lead. Nathan Gray in the backfield. And it's Hurd on the keeper. Ahead for 8, maybe 9. Stopped by Kawan Floyd, number 7. On the cast on his hand. He's got a broken hand, too. Gray turns the stretch play back up. Gets the first down to the 35 for Texas. Willie Harvey, 16. One of the many freshmen that you'll see on both sides of the ball playing for Iowa State. Redshirt freshman out of the state of Florida making the tackle.
And Jonathan Gray is going to be one of the smaller backs Texas will field out there today. They are a power running team, Tim.
Those statistics show you all you need to know how they've changed the script. Rajay Johnson off the sweep.
Texas reverse.
These types of moves with a 3 formation set.
On 2nd and 2, Hurd decides to keep it this time, has another first down. Wagner making the play there for the Cyclones.
It's been a number of years ago, but you remember the old hats, Will, in 2007 he was calling plays for UCLA and had to stop at Nebraska as well.
Gray just shy of midfield, gain of about 4. Willie Harvey making the tackle again. Very active. Grizzled veteran of the South, Wally Burnham. I've known him for 30 years, and he said when he got here, I'll coach for 3 or 4 more years. I've already got my retirement elsewhere. And he's been coaching 3 years beyond what he thought he would, and he's done a marvelous job putting these players in the proper position. Jonathan Gray ahead for a couple, and that's it. Iowa State. Keep a lot of old coaches gainfully employed when they've got young coaches as sons.
Nothing wrong with it.
No, not at all.
Trips formation up top, Timmy. Single receiver look to the field. Nice.
Hurd pressure and sacked. Back at the 45-yard line. Coming off the edge, Levi Peters again. Trevor Ryan back deep, standing inside his 15 and calls for a fair catch.
Go back, so.
Yeah. Well, it was shocking to learn that J.T. Barrett was obtained earlier today. By now, I'm sure you've seen the documentation on that particular story.
Well, I think the thing that's disappointing about that, Timmy, is he's a leader. I mean, he's just newly installed in that position, and he disappoints you in less than a week.
That was the shocking part, that and the timing of it all. On 2nd and 6, Warren. Already a good start for him, something they needed to do, and since September.
It's a top-notch play.
3rd down and 4. Lanning again flush from the pocket. He's at his best when he gets flushed from the pocket, and there's Lazard again, Urbandale, Iowa's own. Very physical receiver at 6'6".
I like the way he moved the pocket there and just found him open. Joel Lanning surveying. Jason Hall was in a single safety look behind him, nowhere even close to it. So number one, the quarterback did a fine job of putting the ball where it could be caught and away from the safety where he couldn't close on it and take the angle away. Trying to play zone behind him. Now they're showing pressure.
In effect, it was a run blitz with a quick slant pattern thrown to Daly.
Safety creeping down for Texas. Pressure look.
Throwing off his back foot that time and incomplete, intended for Jawan Wesley, number 10.
I don't think he's coming, though. He's bailing out. No safety help.
Backside pressure. Look at him dance and prance away from the pressure. That's something you can't teach. Just a beautiful ad-lib move by Lanning. 18 yards and another first down.
Jordan Harris helping him there on that particular play. You can see him move and get to the perimeter of the boundary and outchase those big hauls in the defensive front. And again, Lanning doing a nice job of getting there himself. But here's a nice block right here on the perimeter, Timmy, that sets him free for an extra 7 yards to affect the offensive line.
First down from the 49. That's Joshua Thomas. He's bigger, stronger than Mike Warren, different kind of back, but he's showing steady progression himself. Peter Jenkins making the tackle.
Yeah, he's kind of
bad idea to get running backs from Oklahoma and Georgia when you're in the state of Iowa. They usually make a few good RBs in those states. As you see, Nashon Hughes making the stop of
do against the single safety. Look here, it's going to be man and pressure probably.
There he goes again. Tuck it and run. Why not? First down.
Timmy, what made that play work is, again, you had a single safety look. That meant you were likely to get pressure. Everybody's bailing out of there. That means if you're running play, man, your back is to the quarterback. Lanning understands that. He pulled it down quicker than he normally would. It's a tremendous play. Now it's time for pace and tempo.
Well, they've converted 2 3rd and longs on the legs of Joel Lanning. After the 14-yard gain by the quarterback, Mike Warren is tripped up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9. Lanning goes with the out pattern. It's caught by Wesley.
Duke Thomas was covering on that one. That was just a laser in the dark to Wesley on the out.
Rolling and throwing, and it's caught right at the 30 by Montgomery. No, they're going to rule it incomplete. It was short hopped. It's a 4th down. This time Lanning is stopped. Did not feel the backside pressure from Bryce Cottrell, 91.
The quarterback, they're concerned about him getting those rushing yards.
On 1st down, Hurd, play action. Plenty of time, and that pass should have been picked. Tribune had a beat on it. That would have been 6. He would have had a full head of steam bringing it down. Gray. A couple of yards maybe, but beyond the line of scrimmage, Jordan Harris, I beg your pardon, with the stop. 3rd and 8. His capacity crowd will tell you how it goes.
Iowa State content to play a 3-man front, going to drop back coverage and see if the quarterback can beat it and read the zone.
Third down and 8 after Wally Burnham got the quick timeout to get his defense lined up. Hurd on a designed run, wrestled down near the line of scrimmage. And it's Jordan Harris who's been all over the place during the early going. 450,000 plus on Halloween night. They began with smoke on the water. You don't have a lot of water in the plains, but there's been a lot of smoking. We have a one-of-a-kind story about an athlete that was way ahead of his time. Beautiful run from Mike Warren. Talk about waking up some echoes. At the running back position, this young man is making quite a mark. And I think you're surprised. You did not anticipate this against a stout front 7 from Texas.
I really did. Again, I know the back end is a little bit immature and young, but that front 4 historically has always been the kind of front that will deny yardage, particularly from young players.
Warren again.
I'll give Paul Rode credit for this, Timmy. I remember back in the olden days, Barry Switzer wasn't afraid to go down in South Florida to bring up a George Buster Rhyme and play him when they were young freshmen. Paul has that same mindset. He can't attract those kids because of geographics, but the bottom line is he knows what to expect. When he finds that jewel, he's not afraid to set him in a situation where he can thrive.
2nd down, we'll call it 7. Lanning loops one long. There was contact, and now the flag.
Was back there in coverage.
Pass interference. Defense, number 9. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
But Devine is coming to the game along with Joshua Thomas. They'll line up number 19 almost anywhere on the field to get him touches. It's Joshua Thomas. Hit initially behind the line of scrimmage. I think may have gotten back to the line.
Desmond.
Better keep an eye on where number 19 is lining up when he's out there for Iowa State. Mix up on the pass pattern that time, and out and up of these defenses are inviting the opposing quarterbacks to throw it. The problem for Texas has been when the legs of Joel Lanning have gotten involved, as that time Jenkins brought the pressure and got the sack back at the 47.
Timmy, that's all about special teams. You put them in your gun sight. Timmy, that's all.
7-0 Iowa State. A reminder, huddle up with college football experts and live web chats all season. A new guest every week, the Edward Jones College Football Huddle on Fox Sports. As is often the case in college football, dueling numbers. That was actually Brian Peavy on the special teams, who also wears number 10 rather than Jawan Wesley that made that hit. And it was impactful. Cyclone defense all over the place. Kawan Floyd, number 7, senior from Los Angeles, coming off a hamstring pull, making the tackle.
Yeah, that was pressure, though, from everywhere in that Cyclone front. And again, I think this is the opportune time to do it when you got the Longhorns backed up. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit more pressure, but a 2-safety look now.
That time. So it'll be 3rd and a little less than a yard to go.
Yeah, John Floyd and company doing a nice job of pushing him out of bounds. You can see as he makes his way to the sideline, Floyd comes up. He doesn't really get to lay a hit on him, but he closes the distance between the sideline and himself to minimize the damage on that play.
The 18-wheeler is coming in.
Yes, sir.
Our first look at Tyrone Swoops. We normally would see him inside, inside or outside the other 10-yard line. We're going to call it 3rd down and 2 rather than 1. Now it's the bulk of last season, and we have another injured Longhorn at the really cashed in and kept him engaged as a player.
Well, I think
as a result.
Yeah, you made the announcement.
Charlie Strong was on that staff with Urban Meyer at Florida defensively back in 2006. In fact, many thought that and maybe even Charlie thought that his big head coaching job would be in the Sunshine State rather than the Lone Star State.
Well, Charlie, he earns everything he's got right now as the head coach. He was passed up twice, I recall, while he was at Florida back in the olden days, and then parlayed some of that success that he had with Urban Meyer into a head coaching job at Louisville. He's done a tremendous job wherever he's been.
2nd and 5. Andrew Beck, the tight end, 47, with Chris Warren in the backfield, and it swoops. He is a load.
He really is. I mean, even on the preview.
A little more girth than Vince did.
Yeah, so I mean, put an extra pounds on him. And,
Right.
Vince is obviously fleet of foot. Yeah, put about 17, 20 more pounds on him. That's Vince Young, man.
This is a very deep Texas team that now gone to Warren as the setback, and they flip it out to young John Burt. And he's taken out at the 30-yard line. Let's go to Greg Wolf in Los Angeles. Beware once you start getting notoriety as a group of 5 conference member. Tulane giving it to Memphis early on. Thank you, Greg. That's Chris Warren out to the 35-yard line. Kawan Floyd made the tackle. A yard to go here for the Horns. Just over 9 minutes to play in the first half. Swoops remains in at quarterback. Beck, the H-back. And he loads to the left for the 18-wheeler. He just keeps on churning past the 45 to the 47-yard line. Another Jake was a great player here at Iowa State. Yeah, it's really like the I formation back, only the quarterback is not dotting the I, he's just taking it. That time Tribune got him. I thought Wally Burnham, you know, in our conversation with him, the defensive coordinator, said it best about Swoops.
Yeah, Tribune delivered the news on that one, man. He just raked and went right past the guy trying to block him. Made a tremendous play. That's the way to deliver the paper.
Go with a quick screen out to John Burt. Most of the completions that you're going to see are those little screens and quick shovel passes on likely a passing down, play clock rolling.
We got a four-cross look here with no high safety.
Plenty of time on that play clock, down to 5. Hurd, flushed, running out of real estate. Made a bad choice, and Harris has the interception. First turnover of the game.
You can call it a coverage bad play. I was going to call it a coverage bad play, but that was a poor decision by the quarterback. Should have thrown that one out of coverage. Oh, mistake, Harris. Keep that one to yourself.
1st and 10 after the first interception of the year for Harris. 4th for Iowa State this year. And there goes Lanning again. Wow, this kid is special.
He really is, and he almost looks like an old option quarterback. Loses his shoe on that play, and it looked like one of the Texas defenders should have lost his shoe, but he's going to come off the field, but not before making an excellent read on the defensive end as he comes down and pulls that ball out of the pocket because of the crashing defensive end. Does a nice job of finishing the block as well downfield.
That means Sam Richardson does come in, accomplished starter, as we mentioned. Will go down as one of the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks statistically in Iowa State history by the time he's done. Hands off the line. Will be 2, maybe 3 yards shy of a first down. He feels the pressure too. That's not something young first-time starters always do. Quick out to Lazard, and he uses all of that 6'6" frame to get to the sticks for a first down. Devontae
is really about just want to, like you said, Davis tried to bust it in there and break it up, but not before. An excellent game to move the ball upfield.
Lanning with a pump fake. And again, he knew that Hassan Ridgeway was going to nail him, and he made sure that for ball security that time is not 18-wheeler.
You bet.
Go with a safety valve, a little screen that was well diagnosed. Staying at home brilliantly was Devontae Davis. Hasn't with the new concussion protocol. Even if they do take the time, they don't do as much of it. 3rd and 16, Lanning. I think that ball may have been tipped against the Horned Frog, so bear that in mind whenever he's back there. End over in boot, landing like a Callaway Mac Daddy wedge. Out of bounds inside the 10 after a 37-yard boot. Mickelson loves to play that lob wedge. That one landed just like it. We'll be right back. All right, Rob, a very busy day and evening for you guys in the studio. We look forward to that as Jonathan Gray sets sail past the 10-yard line in the arms. Everybody that's in this conference that's in a position to win it has to come to Stillwater.
I don't think that Mike Gundy doesn't appreciate flying under the radar either.
Yeah, 2nd and 6. Gray stopped after about a yard gain.
Keeps defenses honest.
3rd down and 5. Well, that one was almost picked off. Just outside the outstretched arms of Jay Jones, number 12.
These guys up front are playing at a high level as well.
Ryan is back deep. The boot from Dixon. Fair catch called for at the 44-yard line. Coming Halloween in the Heartland. I've always been kind of a flyover state guy. Spencer, I know you are too.
Oh, that's awful corny.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Big Nebraska fan is Larry the Cable Guy. First down, Mike Warren in the backfield, and Mundridge slipped as that pass was thrown. Texas has been shut out at the half against both Notre Dame and TCU earlier this season. Means that they eventually lost, and there's Warren popping it again. And you saw that time he wanted to make a cut, and when he did, the feet came out from underneath him. Jason Hall will be credited with the tackle.
Well, as the crow flies, he's trying to get from point A to point B. He sees that opening really quickly, and he jumps in there. That's a great effort. Ford and company try to make a reaching effort to stop him, but too much speed there by the young freshman.
As we said, there was some rain here yesterday and overnight. That pass is incomplete at the feet of
Trips formation up top. Look like they're going to go into the field. Nice.
You got to catch that one. Mundridge dropped it. And now they need to take advantage of these field position opportunities. That part of the problem against TCU in a game that they controlled for 2.5 quarters.
Got your back check down.
Right on cue from your analyst. He goes to the check down. Alan Lazard to get it to the 38, 39-yard line. But there again, they're going to go for it. Paul Rhodes has made the decision.
I think it's Todd Sturdy's call. I think it's an excellent choice. You just have not been consistent, so they're not doing it with the kind of confidence that you need. If you complete the previous pass with conviction, then you've got Texas on their heels. They've either got to commit. Now you have an opportunity to win against man coverage. So, again, Todd Sturdy, not afraid to go after it. I think it's a good call. But the longer they wait, he may talk himself out of it.
They're going to take a timeout, it appears. Yep. Going wide side, just as you documented. That pass is caught by Lazard, and it was a run-pass option.
RPOs are big-time plays. Run-pass option, and we talked about it in the opening. Make them look the same so they have to defend all 4 options. If you're able to pass out of it, make them defend it. If you're able to run out of it, make them defend it. It's about selling it throughout the course of the game. And then when you see it in this context, they've got to honor it.
Ball at the 31-yard line. Warren inside the 25. Russell down at the 22 by 14 yards a game.
Yeah, he's averaging 6.6 yards
coming in. That's right.
That's a significant number.
2nd and 1. Lofting it in the corner. Incomplete. And it did appear out in 1. Thomas bangs it in there and has the first down.
This is a good place to run him often. Got a check down speed.
Lanning, again, just with great effort, gets it down to the 15. That, with other guys, could have been a sack. Shiro Davis forced him out of the pocket with pressure. They haven't used that one timeout they have remaining just yet. Pass is incomplete. Going for the quick out. 3rd down and 7 here. There's the shallow cross right at the line to make. Right at the 10 to Montgomery, and that should move the chains.
Montgomery could have kept coming because it was man coverage, but you're right. He turned it into a shallow crossing route, but he set it down and truncated it. Great decision.
2nd and goal. Lanning running out of time. Cannot give up a sack here. And does wisely get out of bounds. That could have been.
There it is.
There it is. Bondurant's had it and lost it.
Great decision, great play. Just missed on the execution. Dude, great defense.
Vance Bedford has to be happy with that. Netting 7-12 a year with this field goal try. And he gets it to go.
Honestly dismissed, in my opinion.
Quick out pattern to the aforementioned Dajay Johnson. And on the final play of the half, he gets it out to the 49-yard line. Cyclones on homecoming have pitched a shutout against the favored Horns, and that's the 3rd time this season Charlie's gone to the locker room with a goose egg. That's the story now. Now let's send you to Rob Stone in Los Angeles. Far better field position. Look at that. They've only given up 72 yards, and that's saying something as many times as Texas is going to run it versus pass it. And then
those 6 first downs allowed in the first half, that's pretty significant as well. They basically made this Texas offense one-dimensional. Wally Durham's defense was really, really active, but I think, Tim, the difference is they played extremely smart as well. They tackled well in open field. They didn't make too many mistakes. Texas has bared the brunt of that.
Yeah, he went to the 3-4, and he says that's an easier base from which to recruit to Iowa State. They go with that, what is really a jet sweep, but will go down as passing yardage, and that is Roderick Bernard, Warren and Gray, the setbacks that are flanking Gerard Hurd. And it's Jonathan Gray. Well, you talk about meeting him at the point where the handoff took place. Damon Tucker. He's got the ability to be an edge guy, but right now he's snuffing it out from the middle.
To Damon Tucker, man, 296 pounds, being disruptive up front, making his presence felt. He was chasing the quarterback earlier. That's a big ugly from Hazelhurst, Mississippi right there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you stay away from those guys. 3rd down and 6. Nice cutback by Johnson. Dajay trying to, but again, flying to the football. This Iowa State defense is like a cyclone. That was Cotton, 23, the senior from Mount Pleasant, Iowa, cleaning up there. They've got them going east and west, not north and south.
And it was all layers, too, Timmy. The back end covered and gave him absolutely a clear path to get to the quarterback and get to the run zone.
Dixon will punt it away. Ryan with the fair catch at the 40, sure-handed. I have had the honor of being on with Sean Hannity and Greta Van Susteren from time to time. Mike Warren was the fake, and Lanning takes it himself for a first down beyond midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, Lanning did a fine job on that play.
1st down and 10. Ryan, again, they want to get him as many touches as they can. Wrestled down by Jason Hall, 31. Hitter. in that secondary. 2nd and 7. Joshua Thomas inside the 45 to the 43. A quicker pace. That's, I think, something that Paul Rhodes really loved about the change they were making in this offense. 3rd and 4. And they're right through that A gap, and it's a big host of horns to meet him. Malik Jefferson, talk about tremendous recruit of the Charlie Strong era to this point. 4th down and 2. Kramer to boot it away. Dajay Johnson with a fair catch at the 11. Remarkable story about a fantastic human being, Freddie Steinmeier. Dajay Johnson takes the quick one and gets it out for a 1st down to the 23-yard line. Nigel. Jonathan Gray is in the backfield. It's 1st and 10. Dajay Johnson, and he is in the arms of Brian Peavy, who's been everywhere tonight. It was Peavy that made that big hit, you'll recall earlier.
Westler was in that mix as well. Again, you can see again the pressure was there, but look at the proximity of the Cyclone defenders all around him, denying him the opportunity to get free. That's just great, sound, solid team defense, pursuing and closing.
Let's see, you must have been about 5 years old maybe when 69?
I was but a wee tyke, my friend.
2nd and 13. Hurd out of the pocket, but again, it's one option and tuck it with him, isn't it? I mean, he gets it out to the 26-yard line. Not a bad idea. Nigel Tribune makes the stop, but on the Fox family of networks.
And that's the 44 receivers down here to the wide side of the field.
Hurd. See, this is an example of not allowing him to break contain. Right there. There's just nothing there when he breaks outside. Brian Mills, 25, making the stop. They have not completed really anything other than those jet sweep shovel passes tonight. Iowa State is loading up against the run.
Nice.
Ryan with a lot of room, a lot of terrain. He's got great speed. Beautiful open field tackle by Dixon, the punter. And that saved, at the very least, a 60 or 70-yard return, maybe a touchdown. 53-yard boot, a 26-yard return.
That was Timothy Cole, number 30, that had a chance to do it. But as you look at the quarterback, there's been nowhere for Gerard Hurd to run. They've been swarming. And special teams. You know, I'm a big-time special teams guy.
Yes, you are.
Putting pressure on Dixon. You better make a tackle, man.
Joel Lanning, who's had an outstanding first start, would love to cash in with this good field position. Oh, they have a problem with the snap, and he's on top of it. Out of that shotgun formation. I
get this highly sought-after recruit a couple of years ago, the best in the nation, in a position to make plays.
Nice curl, and it's caught by Lazard. Just sit right down, and he caught it.
Sometimes
does not have to worry about a 3rd down conversion here, but Iowa State's done a nice job of converting on 3rd downs and even 3rd and longs in this game, largely because of the ad-lib ability of the quarterback. 3 to 15 in that category. Lanning, right as we mentioned it, gets it done on the ground again. Ahead for at least with Kenny Rogers. You got to know when to fold him. Yeah. 2nd and 3. Warren just shy of the line to make. Malik Jefferson, 8 of 15, and 3rd and short will help you in that conversion rate. Warren is the lone setback. Run blitz coming, and the perfect run against it to the left-hand side away from Jefferson. The right move to make, and it's a first essay as well. Burton was out of the game injured. They have held up beautifully. That pass was dangerous, and a marker comes down late.
Devontae Davis, they've been picking on him all night long, Timmy. It really had nobody else to look to.
Defense, number 9. Penalty enforced. Despite a foul. Automatic first down.
You can see Devontae gets that hand in there. And again, probably the major part of that infraction happened with the left hand before that, but great job. Look here.
Warren. Oh, he was hog-tied at the 20. And Rhodes is upset because he felt that was a clothesline by Jefferson. He is really giving it to the side judge.
Yeah, Duke Thomas was in there as well, and Coach Rhodes doesn't really like that a lot. And it looked more wicked than it probably was, but you're going to see he gets that hand, that right hand, and he does get the face mask, man. And And that's Jefferson around the neck. Well, it's not there quite. It looked nasty more than it did. But that was Malik Jefferson trying to make a play from that inside linebacker position.
You know, in 6. I guess maybe some would want to debate whether it was a horse collar. I don't think so. Had no mask, really had no shoulder pad, but now in 6. Warren is the long setback again. Lanning looking into the end zone. Daly! Touchdown!
Well, he beat Holton Hill hanging over there in the corner, got him isolated on an island. And Daly was there to exploit the coverage, and it was a fantastic pitch and catch by both the quarterback and the receiver, reading the coverage and bending it to the corner for the score.
Lanning is now 13 of 29, 121 yards. That's the second catch for Dondre Daly. Go to the post with a corner and make it work. 17-0. Cyclones in must-win mode tonight. After a couple of episodes before practice, as you see Dante Foreman carrying up to the 34-yard line. You talk about a
for others who were dealing with similar situations. He's a great man. Forget about coaching.
Coach Clays, his assistant, had navigated the position for him. And Hurd keeping the play alive. That elusive capability, but always bracketed. I mean, there are 4 different guys from the hash mark to the sideline. Damon Tucker will get credit for this, but Norvell's quarterback is boxed in.
So has no option to even run it.
Trevor Ryan back deep. Dixon boots it away again. Ryan with a fair catch at the 10. That was a beautiful.
Expecting to run more.
Quick wide receiver screen to DeBario Montgomery. Stop shy of the 15-yard line. Todd Sturdy in his first game calling as an offensive coordinator, stretching the width of the field and then the depth of the field. And there's Bundridge out for yet another first down. We've seen slippage tonight by a number of runners looking to make cuts. That was another one that time, but not until. And Alan Lazard also involved downfield blocking. Here's Warren. He gets ahead to about the 33-yard line. Peter Jenks
ticking.
Warren again. Well, they twirl him around and he winds up just a half-yard shy of a first down.
Again, it's defense that they're having issues with tonight.
Warren again. First down pop. I'll tell you what, this little guy's resilient. 6 foot, 200-pounder. The red shirt from Lawton, Oklahoma, can take a hit. This is his 5th 100-yard game now. He's up to 102 on 21 carries. Make it 22 carries. He may get over 150 if this keeps up. You know, 2nd and 5. Warren again. I mean, he's just a machine. That should be another first down. Omenahu with the stop. 114 tonight, and as we mentioned a moment ago, that's 5 100-yard plus games for this kid. And the clock winding down to end the 3rd. Wow. Listen to this crowd. Cyclones came to play tonight. Homecoming in a must-win mode. All smiles. Things are looking beautiful.
From the quarterback combination of Lanning or these Longhorns.
That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage and knocked down. There's a look at Joel getting it done with his legs tonight, Spencer.
Yeah, the beautiful thing, he keeps his eyes upfield. Watch, you see, he never brings his eyes down and even seats the ball in the outside hand. And then when he has to deliver it and pass the ball, perfect. Dropping a dime in there for the score. Boy, he is on fire tonight.
2nd down and 10 from the 46 of Texas. Horns have got to get stops here. Between the sophomore Lanning And the freshman running back Warren, so oftentimes fans will attach stereotypes to teams with losing records, but we knew coming in that both of these teams were trending in the right direction.
They really were.
But this will go a long way in helping them if they can sustain this lead in the fourth quarter. Lanning with time. Now he's running out. And the Longhorns drag him down just behind the line of scrimmage. It's Nation.
This is death by 1,000 cuts, man. They're just really putting it to the Longhorns.
Kramer, young man from West Des Moines, Iowa, to boot it away. Dajay Johnson back deep. Texas has not had field position tonight either. They have been inside their 20 for many a series to start. That's a 30-yard. They're going to have to air it out now. And like Gerard heard, it's about one or maybe two reads and then tuck it and run for swoops.
Yeah, Wally Burnham's be shocked sometimes they bail one of those guys out in the middle and just rush two.
Texas has started inside their 15 4 times tonight out of 10 offensive series. He's looking long this time for Burt. A 50-50 ball that he cannot come down with, and Brian Peavy was right there with him, number 10.
Brian Peavy did an excellent job of turning and locating. He knows he's on an island. It's a big, deep ball, and he plays it just like a defender should. Those eyes locating it. So many times you see guys who are playing man coverage won't turn around until that last minute. That's a great job of defending there.
Burt is a big-time prospect at wide receiver. Freshman from Lincoln High School in Tallahassee. 3rd and 8. Average starting location for Texas tonight, their own 21-yard line. They've been backed up all evening and bracketed up by Wally Burnham's D. That's a good out pattern that's going to be ruled out of bounds. They're going to say he was out at the 32-yard line. Peavy was over there to provide the coverage, but he could not bring it in. That's Lorenzo Joe, number 5, the receiver that did bring it in, but well out of bounds.
Brian Peavy
position after this punt formation. Dixon with another beauty. I mean, and with the roll, he'll get that one inside the 30-yard line as Trevor Ryan lets it stop after a 57-yard boot. We've got a flag down. Late flag. A late flag back at the 47-yard line. I'll have to check that out, so don't go away.
After the play was over, personal foul. Iowa State, number 26. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
6th and 10 from the 15 for the Cyclones. A very big punt, though, when you think about it, to go along with the penalty. That's a field position changer as Jason Hall rocks Mike Warren's world a little bit, going out of bounds, and we've got a late flag again.
The flag would
pounded ground.
By both teams. Legal block below the waist. Number 72 with the offense. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. Still first down. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 31 of the defense. That will be a 15-yard penalty. First down. That is not.
You know, their mouths, in essence, as Warren gets it ahead for about 9 yards on that carry. He is just shot out of a cannon, this kid. Yeah, Anthony Wheeler made the stop.
And Anthony Wheeler.
Joel Lanning, what a debut he's had as a starting quarterback for the first time. Warren, nothing there that time, decided to think better of it and get down.
They'll do. They're going to the short side.
No, they crossed him up. And it's caught. That's Montgomery again. Using that size, Spencer, in down and distance situations with both Lazard at 6'6", 6'5", and Montgomery goes at that length too. Todd Sturdy calling up the right plays at the right time tonight, and his
teacup formation here. How about that?
Pass intended for Bondridge, incomplete. Certainly the future. Now you got to hand it to the fans and this administration too. 2nd and 10 as Warren takes it inside. He just won't go down easily, will he? Anthony Wheeler again making the stop. At most places, Spencer, think about it. You come in with a record of 31 and 51. Paul Rhodes at another school would never have seen the light of day tonight. Filbert there, the left tackle, is down on the field for Iowa State. talent when it comes to college football. Lanning under pressure again. It's back to about the original line of scrimmage.
How about the nifty footwork there by Lanning? A little phone booth move there. That's nice. We try to manage the situation. And so he definitely toiled over it a long time.
Fair catch called by Daje Johnson at the 17-yard line. And listen, they had a bit of an axe to grind after what happened here 2 years ago, the last time these two teams met. This, by the way, was not ruled a fumble. Was not ruled a fumble. And they also gave up a Hail Mary to close out the first half. Otherwise, Iowa State had that one in the bag. And
Timmy, there was another play that was controversial as well. There were two of them. That was just the one that was the most egregious in my estimation. But I'll tell you, they had that game won twice.
1st and 10 for Texas. Swoops, lets it fly. Wide open, a busted coverage, and Johnson, I believe, was out of bounds. Wow. I mean, there's not a defender on that busted coverage within 15 yards of the far hash mark.
Move two coaches that were calling plays for you, and before the season began, there were a couple of coaching moves as well. So Charlie has made some moves with personnel and coaches.
Lorenzo Joe, the recipient of that pass. Deontay Foreman is in the backfield, swoops on 3rd and 4. Rifles it, thrown behind Daje Johnson, incomplete. And it's that's shot. And misery loves company, and that time Dixon got that one off the side of the foot. Iowa State will have it just inside their own 40-yard line. Joel Lanning, young man, is all smiles from Ankeny, Iowa. Good to be home on homecoming. Jack Trice Stadium in Ames, Iowa, and a 17-0 shutout being thrown by the Cyclones. First down from their 40, we'll call it. And it's Warren with a marker down. He will set sail, and no one will catch him. Only a holding call could catch that. 60 yards on the run, but it looks like it will be brought back.
Offense, number 78. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Well, it was that performance against TCU that started all the chirping down in Austin. DeVario Montgomery making that catch. I think that's probably 14. Thomas.
And the truth is, with respect to Texas, Charlie Strong has done some major surgery on this team. I mean, he let 9 players go.
Yes, he did.
That were just integral pieces to this team. It wasn't just passive guys. So, you know, again, but it's Texas. You're going to be expected to win no matter what. You're going to get the pick of the litter typically. You've got the ambient heat of A&M, TCU, now Baylor. All those teams are able to recruit at a high level. And so the job becomes very difficult at Texas.
Yeah, Darrell Royal did not have to deal with what Charlie Strong is having to deal with in his own state. Joshua Thomas, the lone setback, 3rd down and 12. It's a different time. Lanning.
Look at the time. Look at this incredible.
And how he's able to buy more time and make that happen to Lazard. First down.
Yeah, there are two things that's working on that play. Number one, in your living room, you're taking a shot at it. You can see Lanning delivering this pass here. It's a laser. A nice job. Lazard pulls it in, but it's really the protection is the story and the narrative on that play, Timmy. How long he had, and then whether or not Texas had the will to get to him with 3 or 4 rushers.
22-yard pickup. Statistically, this is a much larger blowout than 17 points. Warren again breaking tackles. Another first down. Timothy Cole makes the stop. Iowa State's never won in this stadium against the Longhorns. By the way, just 128 yards by contrast for Texas. We said 17, felt like 30-0 with the way this game is going. We could get there before it's done. And there's Warren again to about the 25-yard line. We got these young phenoms like Warren and Lanning making such a difference with their skill sets. Very wise. You see 1, 2, 1 second left on the play clock as he hands it off.
Timmy, I tell you another thing that Paul has done and at least embraced. There's a little group, a subgroup on this team called the WOPAs, the Walk-On Player Association, and Paul kind of embraces the idea. And the thumbnail of it is this: there was a group of guys in 2012 that weren't on scholarship and didn't really eat with the other players at the training table that was provided for the scholarship guys, and there was a mass walk-off. There were like 5 or 6 walk-ons that just left, and that was part of the reason why they didn't feel included. So they created this kind of group, a Walk-On Player Association that embraces those guys that are not on scholarship, and some of them are making key plays. Mitchell Hager, one of them, made a key play against TCU.
Flushed from the pocket again. Lanning's pass is caught. Inside the 10 is Dondre Daly. They are going for the jugular now. A 13
degree that both teams are trying to define who they are. Texas thought they had turned the corner with a couple of back-to-back wins, and so maybe now they have to go back to the drawing board.
Warren, maybe a yard, and that's about it. Anthony Wheeler numbers on Lanning tonight. Seneca Wallace made them a bowl team with Dan McCarney, going all the way back to the days of David Archer, later to be an Atlanta Falcon. He was a quarterback here at one time. Johnny Majors took them to a bowl game. They've only had in their history 3 bowl wins here at Iowa State.
And Paul's been here for one of them, and for his part, he certainly contributed to that lack of a winning tradition or legacy. I guess it was Johnny Majors.
That's right. The practice field is named after him. Trevor Ryan gets it down to the 1. Very highly of Wani. And as he would say, as Dave would say, they have performed with a bang tonight at home. Thomas, touchdown. Amoyle, Campos, Locke. The big one, Spencer.
And paying it off with Joshua Thomas. No doubting Thomas here on that play. He certainly is in for the score.
Freshman record for Thomas. He's been busy in the red zone. Our friends at Ole Miss wouldn't mind you saying that, right? Yeah, why not? Mr. Tillman, talk to me.
He did everything they asked of him. He was patient, had plenty of protection, dropped a dime in there on the score. On that particular play, just one of many he made tonight. And that is your play of the game. Sam Richardson, the 5th-year senior, has been so accompanied with respect to that.
Lanning could have been a professional baseball player. One of those kids that, as you might expect, is super talented, played the outfield. Jonathan
Ryan share what they've done to this point. He's responsible, but he had to take a seat because of it.
Beck actually making a catch that at the seam, Spencer. That's the first pass of that length we've seen tonight.
Well, it really occurred through one into the waiting hands of the safety that had no position to make that catch.
Swoops. Decides to tuck it and run. Gets to about the 40-10. Swoops again. Slides in safely at the 38-yard line. Maybe the 30. 2nd and 4.
Nice.
Over the middle again, and that one is caught by Dajae Johnson. Iowa State is clearing the line. There was a miscommunication and almost an interception. Tribune had it in his sights. Well, the 18-wheeler gets it to about the 20-yard line. And atop the goods to still be a quality quarterback in that system. We'll find out soon enough. Swoops, throwing for Burt, incomplete. A lot of jousting down there, but quality defense from Brian Peavy again.
Brian Peavy has been money all night long. They've tried to just a 3-man rush.
Swoops will run, and he'll get it to the 5, but running out of time. Precious little time, and a quick timeout taken with 5 ticks left. All right, let's see what Texas can do. Final play of the game, one would think. swoops to the corner. Incomplete. Johnson appeared to have it and lost it on the way down. The shutout is complete. History has been made. Iowa State, at long last, takes down mighty Texas. Pretty big defensive play, Spencer, since it preserved the shutout for Wally Burnham's defense.
Well, the defense played stellar all day long, but again, Texas themselves had a chance to score on that play, and they just didn't. Just dropped it in the end zone. The ground can cause a fumble.
And Johnson hadn't lost it. It was thrown right between the hands of the defender, Kawan Floyd. Our final score 24-0 here at Jack Trice Stadium. Right now, let's go back to Los Angeles